Hey guys, Tyler Dowse here from Ty's Torque Talk. Today we got a 2025 Toyota Tacoma Limited trim. We're down in Plano, Texas right now. We're at Toyota of Plano. All right, Cameron was nice enough to give us the keys of this vehicle to do some shooting today. So if you're in the area looking for a new vehicle, his contact info is right down below there. But anyways, 2025 Tacoma Limited. This is going to be your top luxury trim in the Tacoma lineup. So you're going to be pulling back away from some of those off-road aggressive type capabilities. You're going to have a bit more of a smoother, more comfortable, enjoyable kind of, or I shouldn't say enjoyable, because nothing like going off in a TRD Pro out in the desert, going over dunes and whatnot. But anyways, this is a nice classy type drive in the Toyota segment. So anyways, we're gonna have a look around at the whole exterior, get inside of it, see what kind of features this thing has, and take it out for a test drive to see how it performs on the road. All right, exterior, we're starting off at here. So this is all the underground paint option. This is my personal favorite Toyota Tacoma color here. But anyways, hood, really broad, nice broad hood, sharp lines, looks good, points right in the direction so you know exactly where you're going. It's like an arrow pointing straight ahead. But anyways, coming on down here, you got some more chrome accents on this guy. Being the limited trim, you're gonna have more chrome popping up as opposed to your more TRD trims where you're gonna have more black accenting around. They do a tasteful amount. If you guys watch my videos, you know how I feel about chrome. I don't like when it's completely blinged out, but this is a tasteful balance of chrome. But anyways, with the limited trim, you're gonna be getting forward facing camera. Well, you're actually gonna get full 360 all the way around. You got your parking sensors and then all LED. So you got your LED fog lamps down there, LED high beams, headlights, and sequential turn signals. No more of those Thomas Edison light bulbs like I mentioned in my TRD Sport video there. And then coming around the side, oh, fake. Is one thing I don't like about the front end. It looks kind of cool if it was functional, but it's a fake air vent. Good thing you got a real air curtain here pushing air over your tires. But anyways, coming around, we got body color trim around the wheel well. I love that, especially on a luxurious trim. You don't need the plastic. You don't need hard black plastic on those. You know, not everybody's gonna be taking this off-road, throwing rocks up, scratching paint and whatnot. So this is gonna age nicely, but it looks good, especially right now. Wheel and tire setup, we got our Michelin tires right now on this. These are, I think these are 18-inch rims. I forgot to, yeah, 18-inch rims. But this is gonna be the iForce Max engine. So that's gonna be the new hybrid engine. So pumping up the power big time there. When you're driving this guy around, you're not gonna be missing that old V6 quite as much. We got chrome on the mirror caps. We got chrome door handles as well. They're kind of a two-tone. They're black on top. And this has that key fob proximity. So you just tuck your hand in here and it'll unlock the doors. With the limited trim as well, you're gonna get those power deploying running boards as well there. But really like the lines, everything they have here on the side of the Tacoma. It's very tasteful. I mean, like I mentioned before with the chrome, right? You got shiny wheels, handles, mirror caps, but it's a tasteful amount. And it's not blinged out everywhere all around the windows there, which I like. This guy, you're gonna be coil spring suspension, and it's gonna be customizable as well too. So when we get inside the vehicle, you're gonna look at our drive modes. There's actually a custom mode now, which we'll have a closer look at later, but you can tighten up your suspension, steering wheel and whatnot. We're gonna have a multi-link rear suspension, so it's gonna be independent, right? So if you go hit bumps on or off road, it's not gonna be a super hard bang up and down. When you're doing that, it's gonna be evenly distributed. It's gonna keep the people in the cabin a little bit more comfortable, a bit more of a smoother ride. Now, chrome exhaust tip, right? When you get your TRD trims, it's gonna be a black exhaust tip, which I personally like better. I think it looks really cool, but we're classy here today. This is our classy Toyota. Now, with the tailgate, I'll show you the key fob here. You can actually hold the button down here on the key fob to drop that down. With the key fob, it's kind of the old, or not the old, I shouldn't say. It's all hard plastic. You know, I wish for, you know, the limited trim, or even in like the higher up TRDs, or the TRD Pro, if they put a little bit of leather on that, or if they wrote limited on the back, or TRD Pro, but all the key fobs are the exact same. You do have remote starting on this as well too. If you triple click your lock button on the third time you hold it down for about 5 seconds or so and I'll fire it up. But anyway, so you can open up the tailgate from the key fob. You can touch, there's a button now actually on the handle there, or you got a button down on the side. It'll be a nice slow open. Really nice. But 5-foot bed, you got lots going on back here. So you actually have these adjustable rails here, so you can actually you can put tether points on these and slide them around. Then you're gonna have waterproof cubby right here, and you're gonna have charging inside. So you have a 12-volt, 2 USB-Cs, and they also put a fuse back there. I love that Toyota put a fuse in there just so it's easily accessible. You don't have to go rooting around somewhere in the engine bay and pull off 50 covers to get there. You got another waterproof cover or door right there as well. And then your big power source, your 400-watt power outlet there. This is your 5-foot bed, spray-in bed liner. Right, you can just kind of lift up that tailgate a little bit. It'll close, or you can do it from the key fob, the button, or the button on the side there. But back end here, really nice. I like that they didn't do chrome bumpers. I don't like large amounts of chrome. You got a nice little bit right here, your Tacoma badging, chrome. It's tasteful. You don't have a massive chrome bumper there, but you do have your park sensors as well too. But anyhow, I said we have a look at the interior of this new Limited Tacoma. Okay, coming inside the Tacoma Limited, we'll start off with the doors, see how they change up from the lower trim levels like the TRD Sport. So on the Limited trim, you're gonna get lots of leather on it. Leather up at the top by the windowsill, on the armrest, all over the place. It's really nice. Lower down, you're gonna have the cheaper plastics, which is not a big deal, but all the real estate that your arms are gonna be sitting, buttons you're touching are gonna be covered in leather, soft touch materials. They're really nice. You got metal door handles, automatic windows, and then your door pockets down the bottom are huge as well too. And I like that they keep the kind of more rugged look like they have in all the other trim levels that you'd find in like a TRD Pro and whatnot. So you can tie things off to them. It kind of gives it that unique Tacoma feel to it. Then you got your JBL speaker down at the bottom there. And coming on over here to the seats, you have power adjustable passenger seats. And while we're talking about the seats, these are very comfortable, good bolstering, leather interior for this guy. Sunroof up top here. You get the sunroof in your Limited trim and higher up ones. The seats though, the leather's quite slippery. I will say that about them. You kind of almost got to hop in and pop your seatbelt on right away. But anyways, going on over to the dash now. Top of it, scratchy, cheap, hard plastic. But you have plenty of other areas where it's going to make up for it. Like over here, this is going to be that holder for your removable Bluetooth, JBL Bluetooth speaker, which is removed right now because the dealership that we're at right now, they pop them out until they're sold just so no one steals them and everything. But coming on over here on the dash, you have this nice wood finishing on here, really nice designs on it. You got your taco holder there, your Tacoma badging, and you got nice soft leather here on your glove box. That's nicely damped when it opens as well too. And then coming on inside, we got our 14-inch infotainment screen here. Now, there's a million different menus that you can go through. I'm not going to go through every single one right now. I'm going to have a separate video posted on my page. If you want more information about this infotainment screen, check that video out and we'll go into a bit more depth there. But what I will show is the backup camera, or all of the cameras, I should say, that are available on this Limited trim. So 360 cameras, here's your 360 view backup camera with your trajectory mapping there. But you can toggle through like your front camera, your sides, back sides, the bed, all over the place. And, oh, actually not that button, this one here. You can actually look all the way around. You can actually zoom into your Tacoma. On this side here, you have, it'll let you change all these different angles for looking all around your Tacoma. Or if you keep it in park, then click the button right down here, camera view, go back up to here. There'll be a 360 shot around this. And in this window here, you can actually customize the color of your Tacoma. We'll keep it on the underground color there just because that's our current one. We can click this button here and it'll be kind of zoomed in, that 360 view again around the vehicle. But anyways, we'll work on our way down here. So in the Limited trim, you're gonna get heated and ventilated seats, 3 stages for both, and a heated steering wheel on the other side of that knob. Turn those off. And then 4-hour climate control, all manual buttons and dials. And they have kind of this nice rubber texture to them. But manual, I don't like when they tuck everything up inside the screen and it's awkward and confusing to get to while you're driving, taking your eyes off the road. I don't like that. Manual buttons is where it's at. And these all, if you look really closely at them, they have really nice texture on all of them as well too. So it's a nice kind of expensive, luxurious feeling when you're clicking all of them. You got your volume control right there. Oh, did I just turn on the, no, I didn't turn on the radio, we're good. And down here are storage compartments. You got wireless phone charging pad on the left-hand side. Over here, you got 2 of your USB-Cs, a 12 volt, and then cubbies down here with more of that, that kind of rugged looking cover over it that you can tie stuff off to. You can wrap cords around here just so they're not dangling and flying all over the place. And then here you have your dial for your drive mode select, changing your from 4 high, 4 low, all that good stuff. Our cup holders and our center console. I wish they would put some charging outlets inside of this though. That's one thing that it is missing there. Nevertheless, now we're gonna have a look over behind the steering wheel and see what it's like to be driving this limited trim Tacoma. Okay, now time for the driver's side. Doors, exact same. Not gonna touch on anything there. Seat, power seat, same as your passenger hand side. And then let's have a look at this 12.3-inch driver display and steering wheel setup in this Limited. So in the Limited trim, you're gonna get a little more gizmos and gadgets than in a lot of the other ones. So this is my personal favorite. I like having the boost gauge, looking at our fuel economy as well too. But there's so much that you can go through here. Battery life, oil, temperature, pressure. You got your pitch and roll there. This will actually show you which direction your tires are pointed. I know it's kind of awkward to do while I'm spinning it, but anyways, I'll keep on going through, back to the boost gauges, but you can toggle on down. So right now, let's not let me, hold on. Come on. Oh, there we go. Oh, hold to change settings. There we go, okay. You got a blank page you can keep it at. You can go down to driving support. That'll be your adaptive cruise control. You can go through all your settings. This will be mostly safety settings in here. Sensors, all that good stuff. Your message center. There's no messages right now, so it'll just keep that exact thing up there. But if you have like low tire pressure, engine lights, things like that, it'll pop up in messages there, tell you what's going on. But we will put this back to our driving support page there. While we're looking at this screen, drive mode selector. So like I said, in the Limited trim, it's a little bit more customizable. So at the top here, you actually have an option for custom. If you go to your 14-inch display, you can click settings on it, and you can adjust your powertrain, suspension, steering, air conditioning, everything. Tune it to exactly how you want it. And then you'll always have that option there when you're toggling through these here. So Sport Plus, Sport S Plus, I should say, Sport S, Normal, Comfort, Eco. For our test drive today, I say we keep it up in Sport S mode. Now let's have a look at our steering wheel here. So perforated leather, it's heated, it's comfortable, it feels great. You have a flat-ish bottom. So left-hand side, that's gonna be controlling your driver display screen there. Volume controls, and then voice command. So if you are connected to your wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, you can hold this button down to activate your Google Assistant or Siri. And then on the right-hand side, cruise control options. So you have like your adaptive cruise control, where it'll hold you behind the vehicle in front of you, your lane mitigation. This is for like changing songs and whatnot on your for your radio. But anyhow, oh, and at the top here, one more thing. You have the digital rear view mirror as well, with a nice view, because we're on the top level of a parking lot right now. But anyways, I say we go to the back seat now, have a look at how comfortable the rear seating passengers are going to be in this Limited trim. Back seat of the Limited, here we are. It's pretty comfortable. You got the nice leather seating they brought from the front seats with the same kind of designs and everything on them. But headroom is okay. I can fit 2, maybe 3 fingers above my head. I'm kind of slouching actually a little bit. If I sit upright, I get like 2, and that's with wearing a hat. But leg room, it's doable. I have these seats here placed exactly where I'd be sitting. And I mean, I got a little bit of room there, but I can't stretch my legs out unless if I rest them on top of my friend here, kind of. But so rear seating room, it is pretty snug, but it is doable. The seats are comfortable. You still have like leather and whatnot on the doors and everything. So where your arms are sitting in, you're still comfortable on plush leather. But coming inside, so you have storage in behind the seat here. You got your JBL subwoofer in behind there. But you can't lift these seats up because they actually keep the drivetrain battery underneath here. So can't lift these guys up. But coming on inside, well, I actually didn't notice this on the last Tacoma I was in, but there's no pocket behind the driver's seat. There is behind the passenger seat here, and no armrest. There's no armrest that comes on down here, but they give you cup holders right here at least. You got your charging station, so you get your home power source, and you got 2 USB-C outlets there. But anyhow, I said we go look, pop the hood and see what's powering the Tacoma Limited. Back outside, let's pop the hood. So it's not assisted by struts. You got a pop rod. And I'm fine with that in lower trim levels, but on a Limited, I'd like to see strut assist there. But makes up for it inside here. So like I mentioned before, you're not really going to be missing that V6 engine on the previous generations of the Tacoma when you get into this hybrid setup here. So this is the iForce Max. It's a 2.4 liter turbo. It's going to have 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. Now, with it being a hybrid setup, you're also going to get much better fuel economy, much better power, better towing capabilities. Back there, you have kind of all of your electrical work there for that hybrid system. But now I say we get behind the wheel, take this out for a test drive and see what this iForce Max engine's all about. Okay, going for a drive in the Tacoma Limited with the iForce Max. We're gonna pin it around this corner and see what kind of power the iForce Max has. Here we go. All right. That's 60 there. So this gets up to speed really quick. This is, like I mentioned before, you're not gonna miss that V6 engine once you get behind the wheel of the iForce Max. With that extra torque, that extra horsepower, it really pins you to the seat. For a mid-sized truck, this has got to be probably the fastest feeling one, just because of how high that torque is, because you have not only turbo, but also the hybrid engine here. So, especially at those low speeds, that was actually a lot of fun here. Let's go around this corner. We'll pin it one more time here, and then I'm gonna switch it over to our comfort setting for our drive modes. All right, one more time. Coming around the corner, flooring it, stays planted, wheels aren't slipping. That feels really good. You get good interior sound actually. Normally, from a 4-cylinder engine, you don't get the best sound feedback ever. This actually, for a 4-cylinder engine, sounds pretty darn good, I must say. But I'm gonna switch it down into our comfort mode because we are in the Limited trim. So we wanna just see what it's like just cruising around. You know, it loosens up that suspension. The steering wheel's nice and light now. You know what? It feels really good in here. The sound deadening technology that they use, it's not noisy inside, especially with having those Michelin tires. They're not big, knobby, TRD style off-roading tires that you're gonna get a lot of wheel noise, a lot of wind noise. It's nice and quiet. It's comfortable. The suspension's great. When you're in sport mode, that Sport S Plus, you know, you really feel everything tighten up. That steering, the response from the steering wheel, it's super tight, right? Extremely responsive. The suspension there stiffens up a bit. You feel it all around. And, you know, that's really nice to see because, you know, there's so many vehicles out there where you throw it into sports mode and, you know, it'll hold the RPM slightly higher only, or something along the lines of this, where you actually get a lot of feedback in multiple areas when it all tightens up. And now even with us being in this comfort mode, the shifts, the gear changes are very quick. When you go down on the gas, right, there's almost no turbo lag because you have that battery powering the engine as well too. So it does a great job at just filling in the gaps there and providing that extra bit of punch when you hammer down on the gas pedal. But anyways, we're gonna head back to the dealership now. We're about a block away. We're gonna give this Limited back to Cameron now, and we'll see you guys outside the vehicle. All right guys, that has been the 2025 Toyota Tacoma Limited. Thanks for sticking around for the whole video. If you are not a subscriber already, hit that like and subscribe button down below. If you are a subscriber, thanks for following me and supporting the channel. We'll catch you on the next video.